Welcome to the English with Kirsty podcast from www.englishwithkirsty.com. Here I'll be sharing with you tips, information and other learning resources so that you can improve your business English. Hi and welcome to the English with Kirsty podcast, episode 174. And today I have a conversation for you. It's not so much an interview, it is a conversation that I recorded when I was talking to Jane. And you may have heard of Jane before. We have spoken on the podcast before. She did an interview with me. But this time we're talking about our new project. We are doing a joint venture and it's the Conversation Club, the English Conversation Club. So we do it together. I won't talk about it because that's the point of the conversation. So you'll have to listen to that if you want to know what it is. But I thought it would be nice just to take some time to talk about our club and what we do. And if it's something that you're interested in, then you can either go to englishwithkirsty.com/conversation. The information there is in German. So if you don't speak German, you can also use the contact form to contact me and ask any questions that you may have in English once you've listened to this interview. And the interview is also on the conversation page if you want to listen to it there. And so that's englishwithkirsty.com/conversation, or you can get to this podcast show notes page by going to englishwithkirsty.com/podcast/episode 174. So I hope you enjoy the interview and I'll be back again soon. So I'm here today with Jane and we're going to tell you a bit about our Conversation Club. So first of all, what is the club? How would you describe our club?
Well, it's a group of people who get together to regularly practice their English. So people who are learning English, but it's not in the form of a formal lesson. It's just a chance to have a conversation and get to know each other and then kind of learn English without focusing too much on that.
Yeah, it's like having a cup of coffee with some friends. We don't provide the coffee, but you can bring yours or tea or whatever you want to drink. And we do it online, so you don't even have to go anywhere. And the nice thing about that is I can be sitting in my office in the UK and chatting with people from different countries, from Germany, from other places in the world, and we don't even have to be in the same city. So that's really nice. You can get to know new people that way. So in the club, there are two people who are native English speakers, and we can help if you're looking for words or you're not sure about how to say something. Especially if you're a German speaker, we can help with a direct translation, but otherwise we'll still try to find the words that you're looking for with you. But it's not, as Jane said, it's not a lesson where you have to learn something. We put new words in the chat so that people can see how they're written, but it's not a formal lesson. It's much more open and friendly and fun, hopefully.
Yeah, it's a very nice way to get to know people and like I say, take the pressure off a little bit and help people to really bring out their personality when they're speaking a foreign language. And the thing is that what's nice about it is that we, Kirsty, you and I both know what it's like to learn a foreign language and have to express ourselves through that. So I think it's definitely taking the pressure off because we get it, you know, what it's like for the people in our group when they're trying.
We've been there.
Yeah, we've been there. So we're happy to support in that way.
Yeah, and I don't know about you, but for me, one of the hardest things was spontaneous conversation. It was, you could prepare to tell somebody about something, but if you didn't know what they were going to ask, I found that really hard. But most of the time it wasn't because I didn't know the words, it was because I wasn't confident enough to do it. So this hopefully gives people a chance where they can build their confidence without being in front of their boss or their colleagues or their customers. It's a nice group of people on the internet that aren't going to judge you if you make a mistake.
Right, that's right. There's a kind of safety net. Nobody's judging, and the two native speakers are there to help with the odd bit of vocab if necessary, and basically we can all have some fun together.
Yeah, that's part of the reason why we set it up, really, because some people aren't looking for lessons. They're looking for a sense of, I don't know, community or making new friends. But certainly at the beginning when we set this up, there were the COVID-19 restrictions. People couldn't meet face to face. and it was a good way to get people still meeting up. But at the same time, online meetings can be fun anyway, so this is still relevant, you know, even when those restrictions are lifted, because it's still people wanting to improve their English, and it's still nice to meet online because you don't have to go anywhere. You can just sit at your desk or in your house, and it's a quick and easy way to get some English practice in without having to get in your car and go somewhere.
Yeah, absolutely. It's very efficient, and I think the nicest thing is when people sign up for a longer period, they really get to know each other within the group. So it's very natural to just, you know, when you come into a session, to ask how you're doing, what's been happening, and that's it's kind of a much more natural way of practicing the language, I think.
Yeah, you can get to know people, maybe what they've been doing, what they're working on, how many pets they have. Pets seem to be quite a popular topic at the moment, but you know, things, what people are doing in their businesses maybe, or in their plans. And yeah, I think it's really nice to get to know people that way. And as you say, when they come again, and then when a new person comes, we get to know them. So it's nice. I think that people will help each other too. It's not just us leading the conversation. It's very natural that other people, you know, the participants ask each other questions, and just like having a chat.
Exactly, yes. And then, of course, in between the sessions, we've got the Facebook group where the conversation can continue if we wanted to, if somebody wants to come in for a chat or if they have a particular question. So I think that's quite a nice aspect of it as well.
Yeah, and the group is a hidden group. It's only for the members of the group. So if people want to write in there, it's not something that other people are going to see. It's just the people who are in the group that can see it.
Yeah.
So it's nice and a safe space for writing as well as speaking. So the meetings are 3 times a month. We announce when the dates are in the previous month, so people can see if the dates are good for them. We try to swap it round, so some are in the morning, some are in the afternoon, and we try to vary the day as well, so it's not always the same day. We generally try to have 2 or 3 different days throughout the month as well, to make it easy for as many people as possible to attend sessions, because they're not all at the same time.
Yeah, and some people have asked what language level you need to be to come to the conversation club, and well, it depends. I mean, at the moment it's very open, and I think there are 2 different things there. One thing is how good people's English is, and the other thing is how much people want to bring themselves in, how confident they feel. So at the moment it's quite balanced out. But the good thing is, because there are 2 of us, we do have the option to perhaps split the group if it becomes necessary. We feel that people want to split off. Yeah,
but I would definitely say if you're worried about that, then come and talk to one of us. You can use the contact form on the club page on my website, or if you know either of us personally, you can send us a message. Some people in the past have expressed their concern to me when they were signing up about, will my English be good enough? I don't know, and they were absolutely fine. So a lot of the time it is more of a confidence issue than a language issue.
Yes, definitely.
So I would encourage you, if you're interested, not to be worried about that, because we do have different levels within the group that we have now, and also it's as Jane said, it's sometimes about confidence, and when you start doing it and you start thinking about the conversation rather than the fact that you have to speak English, then you can find that you actually know a lot more than you think you do.
Yeah, that's lovely to see that when that happens and people relax into it and they realize they can actually do it a lot better. Yeah.
So if you think this is something that could be for you, that you might be interested in, then let us know. There is more information on the webpage, which is englishwithkirsty.com/conversation. Alternatively, you can send me a message at kirsty@englishwithkirsty.com, or if you want to contact Jane.
Yes, you can write to me at je@jane-eggers-translations.de. That's my email.
Okay, and we look forward to hearing from you soon. I hope you enjoyed this episode of the English with Kirsty podcast. If you have any questions or comments, my email address is kirsty@englishwithkirsty.com, or you can go to www.englishwithkirsty.com/podcast, where you'll find information about the individual episodes.